Well, he said you disrespected him, and he doesn't take disrespect lightly.
Disrespect,
Did you
it's not
disrespect
the right
him?
word, is it?
Did you disrespect him?
Is there respect in that ring? There's no respect in that ring. And, you know, at the end of the day, this is a fight. If you want respect, go and become a lawyer. You know, go and become a lawyer or a doctor or something. But
in a recent Queensberry promotional video, Daniel Dubois slammed Anthony Joshua for his weak mental state. Dubois was fed up with his opponent's dominating and commanding behavior. Moreover, Dubois clarified that he hadn't said a single word of insult about Anthony Joshua. He was just giving plain replies and defending himself from AJ and his ruthless promoter. However, Dubois has changed his previous stance on the vacant IBF title. He bragged that he was a true world champion and had achieved this status by beating Filip Hrgović.
World champion now. How does that feel?
yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm the world champion now, but yeah, I've got to maintain that belt and hold on to it.
Do you feel like a legitimate world champion?
Yeah, I won that in that fight. That was a world title fight, and I won it. So, yeah, I'm a legitimate world champion, and you know, put some respect on my name.
But he is fed up with the talking and says that he's ready to go after AJ. He has worked a lot on his strength and conditioning and can't wait for the big day.
I've heard you talk about this fight being about the spirit and the will. So you've got about 3 weeks to go now. How strong's the spirit? How strong's the will?
We're going to find out, but I'm ready to go. I'm doing everything I need to do, and training camp's gone perfect. It's the best I've had, I think.
Daniel also clarified that he had his dark time, and now he is going to shine. He is locked in for the preparation and is completely unaware of other gossip in the boxing world. Dubois admitted that his official Twitter and Instagram accounts are being run by other people. He added,
A lot, I feel like that stuff, the web can be a trap. You know, it's like a spider web. It can capture you, and when you get stuck on it and find there's no way out. And yeah, life's about growing, life's about living. It's not just on the web and on what people have to say about you and what opinions are. Boxing is full of opinions. It's made up of opinions. You need to, what would happen and whatever, but you also need to live your life and make sure you're in balance with yourself. So
Daniel has also highlighted the incident at his face-off with the two-time champion. AJ was agitated by Daniel's confident replies and wanted to initiate a brawl on that scene. Dev Sani asked a tricky question and got what he wanted.
He said he was going to smash the chair around your face.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Well, first off, you gotta, you know, he's giving me time. He's warning me, innit? You know, if you're gonna do something, you just do it. But I'm gonna, just whatever. It's just fun. You know, whatever. It's mind games and all of that trickery. But I'm ready to fight. I'm sick of all these questions now. I want to get in the ring and fight.
Previously, Dev Sani has shared footage of Daniel's destructive training. He showed great trust in his prowess and posted, "In the gym with IBF World Heavyweight Champion Daniel Dubois." Anthony Joshua, on the other hand, has shown no emotion in response and laughed at these allegations. In fact, he appreciated this verbal fire from the opposite end because it would eventually spark the hype of their fight. The British darling added,
"Nah, it's good. We need it. The fans need it. We need it. He needs it. It's good for the sport. He's supposed to talk. And I'll give it back as well. It's what we're supposed to do as fighters. I'll back myself, he backs himself. But ultimately, we fight and we respect each other."
Daniel Dubois was elevated to the status of IBF heavyweight champion after the former undisputed champion of the division, Oleksandr Usyk, vacated the belt. Interestingly, Dynamite Dubois became the #1 contender for the IBF after defeating Filip Hrgović in June this year. Subsequently, the belt fell into his lap, and he became the IBF heavyweight champion. And this is the same belt that led to Dubois' clash with AJ. Their fight is very highly anticipated due to the all-British slugfest and their previous history with each other.
Honestly, speaking from the bottom of my heart, aside from belts and aside from it being him, I'm just ready to fight.
Both of you have said that as well. Both of you said exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
But let's wait till the 21st.
Yeah, not in me in the middle, please.
If he wants to swing, go. Let's go now.
Sharp, relax. Relax.
This verbal banter soon got out of control and got the worst of AJ. He took it personally and rushed towards the young fighter. The challenger, the former heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, brutally shut down Dubois, who was eager to throw down then and there. Both fighters almost came to blows, and as a result, the security had to intervene to separate the bloodthirsty pugilists.
Sharp, relax. Relax.
If you want to go now, let's go.
Relax.
If you want to go now, let's go.
Chair across your face. Don't disrespect.
No, you can't intimidate me.
Don't disrespect.
You can't intimidate me.
Don't disrespect.
You can't intimidate me.
Daniel, don't
Who do you
disrespect.
think you are?
Daniel, don't disrespect me. Can't put this face.
No, fellas. No.
Don't disrespect me on my life.
No, man.
It's okay. I want this little boy. Don't disrespect me, bro.
In the past, Dubois has refused to take Usyk's vacated belt as something to be proud of. He knows that he hasn't earned it. Daniel said about it, "I have to prove myself and beat Anthony, and the next fight after that will set me as a legit world champion. So I am ready to go, and this is everything, a big opportunity." Not only that, Daniel has also envisioned the exact pattern of his victory. When Sky Sports asked him about the result of 21st September, the Dynamite Dubois replied, "Yes, definitely. I visualize it every day and I am working toward it, leaving no stone unturned. Just work, work, and work. A win by any means is necessary, but stoppage is definitely what I am after, because stoppage is a statement victory, and that's what it's all about." Daniel is coming into this fight with a high head. He always boasts about his previous sparring session with Anthony Joshua. He firmly believes that he was the dominant one and vows to repeat the history.
You know, sparring is sparring at the end of the day, and I get that with every fighter. But there's certain stories that have come out in regards to yourself and Anthony in the past. Is there any truth to you actually knocking down Anthony Joshua in sparring in the past?
Yes, there is definitely truth to that. I'm not going to deny it. I've sparred him. I've caught him with some big shots.
Like Daniel, his father is also proud of this feat. Dave Dubois has mentioned that incident and other controversies relating to it.
No, he phoned me up when he sparred Anthony and he done something to Anthony and he said, like, I've wobbled him or something of that nature and he hurt him. And I said, and then Robert McCracken put it out that it was someone else that did it. Maybe he didn't want no promoters to approach Daniel, so he put it out that it was
very likely because he was a key part of the GB setup at the time.
Yeah, so he put it out that it was a colleague that did it.
Moreover, Big Dubois described his pleasure at that event and recalled it with a big laugh.
And I just started phoning everyone up and saying it was Daniel.
You love blowing your own cover.
Yeah, I do. I always blow my own cover. I always tell the truth, and the truth shall set me free.
Frank Warren has also stated that Dubois will overcome the bigger opponent. He envisions AJ under pressure in this fight because he is the favorite in this bout. Frank added, "The pressure for this fight is all on AJ. It's not on Daniel because a lot of people fancy AJ. I've seen AJ win fights, I've seen him lose fights, I've seen him when he's been put on the back foot, and I believe Daniel has the tools, the desire to make that happen, and I think he can stop Anthony Joshua." Frank Warren hasn't just predicted the fight of his fighter, he is also insisting, like his team, that Daniel has already dropped down AJ in the ring.
Do you think Daniel Dubois is a bigger puncher than Anthony Joshua?
Yeah. Asked him. Asked AJ.
What do you mean by that?
Well, they sparred, didn't they? And he knocked him over.
However, Anthony Joshua refused the claims of his opponent. He is ready to conquer the Wembley Stadium just like he did against Vitaly Klitschko. AJ admitted that he met Daniel during his amateur career for Great Britain. About their combined training session, he added,
Good spars, and this whole conversation that you're trying to get, he just cracked me with a good shot, but I stood on my feet. I don't know where this whole narrative of someone turned my lights off came from, but...
Likewise, former world champion and TalkSport analyst Spencer Oliver has described some hidden aspects of Dubois' preparations. According to Oliver, the young fighter is very deadly silent for most of the day. His daily routine is, Daniel Dubois is a different animal. He is very quiet. He is within himself. He doesn't really say too much. I'm going to give you an idea of how he walks into the gym. They have got the whole team in there. Don Charles is the trainer. Spencer added further and described a hidden superstition of the young fighter. Daniel walks in with the bag on his shoulder, won't say a word, puts his bag down, fist bumps one or two people, whoever is there. He then sits on the chair and puts his hands out to get his hands wrapped. He's not said anything yet. What can you see? The arches of Wembley. He is out there for about an hour a day. He just stands there and he stares at it. Honestly, it is insane. Despite having a big resume and a stunning performance in the last game against Ngannou, Anthony Joshua is taken as an underdog in his next fight against Daniel Dubois. Boxing promoter Barry McGuigan is giving his detailed analysis of why he thinks that Daniel will prevail over AJ.
Dubois can knock him out believe me, he can knock anybody out if he hits him on the chin. And he showed against Hrgovic, he had to take some stick and he came back and he overwhelmed him. And I know the cut-eye was what stopped it eventually, but he was completely on top. Can he win the fight? Absolutely. All he needs is a half a second and he can end this fight.
Former 3-division champion Duke McKenzie MBE also shared similar thoughts. He predicted in the TalkSport show that Daniel Dubois will defend his IBF title in the Wembley Stadium.
I don't know if he's the people's favourite, and I don't know if he's the booking favourite, and I don't gamble. But if I did, right now, if I had to pick one person to win in this particular fight, I'm slightly leaning towards Dubois.
Another British legend, George Groves, has also shared similar thoughts and marked Daniel as his favorite. He praised Dubois and said that if this fight had been made a year ago, it would have been a big mismatch. Thanks to Dubois' sheer determination, this fight will be a proper slugfest. George is dead sure.
No, not really. I mean, Joshua is in great form, but you look at who he's beat, you'd always have picked him to have won, whereas Dubois against Hrgovic was the underdog. You think Hrgovic probably should have beaten Dubois, but Dubois was too good for him. He weathered the storm. He took, a lot of slack and flack in those early stages, but he came on strong and he got the win. And from there, he just seems to have gone.
Anthony Joshua is giving Dubois his full respect, believing that he will come with everything he has. That's why he's seen doing more defense sessions in his sparring. In a recent clip, AJ is working on countering the heavy blows by his fellow sparring partners, just like a punching bag. The great news for his fight is that all the general admission tickets are sold out. Initially, Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois were set to fight in front of 90,000 fans. However, the Saudi boxing chief decided to make another statement at his inaugural Riyadh season event in England. His Excellency started negotiating with the stadium officials and posted, "Due to high ticket demands, we've requested to extend the capacity at Wembley Stadium for the highly anticipated bout between Joshua and Dubois at the Riyadh season card, Wembley edition. We hope to set a record for the largest attendance in boxing history at Wembley Stadium." According to sources, His Excellency was very happy he heard about a houseful in the fight of Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois. So, he planned to extend this capacity and break the previous record of 94,000 people. It remained uncertain for some time, but finally, Wembley bowed and increased the seating capacity from 90,000 to 96,000 people. In sheer joy, Prince Turki posted about the news on X. "Our request to extend the capacity for a record boxing crowd at the Wembley Stadium for the Joshua versus Dubois fight at the Riyadh season Wembley edition has been approved. Tickets will go on sale on Friday at 12 p.m. UK time." Eddie Hearn is also doing his job and assuring the media that AJ won't end up like Filip Hrgovic against Dubois. Eddie bragged that Anthony is a much better fighter who will thrash Dynamite Dubois at the first available option. He also paid his homage to the UK fight fans for filling the Wembley Stadium and concluded, "AJ's not going to stand in front of him like Filip Hrgovic and just ship shots. It's two very dangerous heavyweight punchers in the form and confidence of their careers." For Dubois, the Miller and Hrgovic fights have brought him to the most dangerous point of his career so far. It's not a good time to fight Dubois, and it's definitely not a good time to fight. Daniel Dubois' Queensberry counterparts are rooting for him in this fight. After Tyson Fury, Zhilei Zhang has also come to show his support for the Dynamite. He marked Daniel Dubois as the solid winner in this fight. Not only this, Big Bag Zhang expressed his desire to have a shot at the IBF heavyweight title of his fellow Queensberryan at the first available opportunity.
Do you think he beats Dubois?
It's hard to say. It's really a difficult question. Let's see what their training camp looks like and what their preparation looks like. Dubois is on the rise. He's fantastic, and he has something to prove. So I think he might be a better performance on that night.
You give him a chance. You give him a solid chance to pull off the upset, Dubois.
Daniel Dubois is sure of retaining his heavyweight belt and achieving greatness afterward. He aimed to place his name in the elite heavyweight club like George Foreman, Iron Mike Tyson, and the great Muhammad Ali. Moreover, he wants to stay active after winning over Anthony Joshua and will be available for any challenger.
How it may have been in the past when you wanted it.
It'll be great now. This is a perfect time. I'm getting these big fights one after the other, so I need to keep building to become the best and get that toughness that some of the great fighters had back in the day. I'm talking like George Foreman, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali. They all fought the top guys around in their era, so I need to do that now.
Despite all these amazing feats, His Excellency Turki Alalshik is still not impressed by him and wants AJ's win in this match. AJ is a bigger global star, and Turki has shown his plans in a recent episode of TalkSport Boxing. TalkSport editor Michael Benson shared this news. His Excellency Turki Alalshik has made it clear that he wants to make Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua next if AJ beats Daniel Dubois on Sept 21st. He said he will make an offer for Fury versus AJ, regardless of whether Fury wins or loses the Alexander Usyk rematch, and would want to make the all-British clash before either man gets a shot at a trilogy fight with Usyk. And it seems that Daniel has no place in these global plans. He will have to keep grinding and make his place the hard way. So, what are your thoughts about this matchup? Will Daniel pull off a victory at Wembley? Tell us in the comments, and please subscribe to our channel and show your support.